One of the hardest things to do in writing is opening the story on a strong note. I've seen countless shows and movies fail at the start, and it makes me feel like dropping them. Considering the rapid decrease in attention spans, I think that it's life or death to make a good first impression. It's very rare for me to find a show that grips me immediately, but I knew I would love Shigurui from the first few minutes alone. Before getting introduced to our main cast, the first scene opens with this eerie execution of Tokugawa Tadanaga. The viewer is greeted with a creepy Buddhist statue enshrouded in darkness, followed by Tadanaga's beheading. The atmosphere feels appropriately oppressive and cold. Tadanaga's blood slowly creeps out in an artful fashion. While Shigurui is potentially one of the most brutal anime to exist, it also presents the violence in an artistic way. Oftentimes, Japanese horror is presented with this same dichotomy. It balances the beauty with the terror, making it feel surreal. It also gives Shigurui its unique atmosphere. The atmosphere remains suffocating as we switch to the past in Tadanaga's chamber. The entire room is dead silent as it pans to the concerned faces of the attendants. The vassal speaks a couple sentences as he's interrupted by Tadanaga saying, "Something smells." This immediately makes the viewer on edge and sends chills up my spine as I know what's to come. I gotta hand it to the voice actor because he nailed Tadanaga's voice. There's a dead quality to his voice. He also sounds bratty in his delivery. The conversation continues to keep the viewer on edge with the blood coming out of his mouth, and eventually the vassal reaches into his seppuku wound. One thing that always gets me during this scene is the expression on Tadanaga's face. He stands up, he looks terrifying with his piercing yellow eyes, he almost looks demonic. There's a chilling visual of the blood pouring down while Tadanaga almost looks aroused by it. This does a great job at communicating to the viewer of Tadanaga's sadistic nature. In the manga, it falls for show don't tell by explicitly saying that he's sadistic. This scene encapsulates a lot of the themes from Shigurui, like the corruption of the feudal system. The vassal tries to reason with him about the violence that will occur, but there's no reasoning with the insane. Now we actually get to the tournament that will take place, and it continues to be quiet. I don't know what it is, but the silence of a lot of these scenes in Shigurui makes them seem more impactful. I'm so used to watching other anime, and they'll have some overdramatic music playing all the time, but in Shigurui, it gives you space to build tension. It also builds tension by the reaction of the many samurai present. Almost all of them are unsure of Fujiki and Iriko. They are left unsettled and skeptical of their very presence, but they walk forward with utmost confidence. Without saying a word, we understand that there is serious history between these two characters. There is depth, there is tragedy, and there is hate. The visual storytelling here is on point. The sound design as the characters enter the stances is great as well. The sounds of metallic scraping as Iriko plunges his katana into the ground is unpleasant and strange. We also get Kiyoshi Yoshida's harrowing score playing. This track in particular is called Nagare Boshi, which is one of the creepiest songs on the soundtrack. The visual effects that are applied to Fujiki and Iriko here are also creepy with their muscles and bones being on display. That pretty much covers the entirety of Shigurui's opening. I really have to hand it to the director Hiroshi Hamazaki and his team for taking an already great manga and elevating it in a lot of ways. They really understood the manga and knew what it was going for. I really wish they got to cover the rest of the manga as I missed this presentation when I was finishing it. They did give it a pretty good run, and I'm glad that they were the ones to make it.